Hello, myself Sunil Ramkrishna here. Basically, we are discussing on the topic that is city creation. City creation, basically, we are discussing on the topic that is future creation. One of the person told that what actually the future is. So, one of the person told that basically, you are not getting job basically in software company. That basically is the future creation, basically. One of the person told that basically, you just basically need few money basically to adjust your family basically. But software company told that basically, you can't adjust in the software company basically. That means Tata Group, Ambani's group, they told that basically you can't adjust in the software company basically. So these groups basically say that basically you can't basically adjust in the software company. So this is that group basically, this is that country basically, that is this group basically, who told that basically, India country basically told that basically you can't basically adjust in the software company. So one of the person told that basically they told that basically you can't basically adjust in the software company. So one of the person told that basically yeah, this connects to what basically. Then one of the person told that this connects to this example also basically. That means your next generation basically which is going to happen basically. That is not going to happen in computer basically. And they basically say that basically we will not allow you to have the marriage also basically. We will not allow you to have the marriage also basically. So they are telling that basically they will not give space in this design basically which is created. So one of the person told that basically if that means this type of plan, this plan basically was executed when basically, from when basically the government basically, that is this government group basically, this government group basically has done the plan basically, that Sunil R. Nair basically is going to be fired from software industry. So when they basically has planned this basically, then one of the person told that basically they basically are very big level plan basically. If they plans, that means they will execute it basically. Whether the entire India also basically can end basically, then also they are going to exit this plan basically. Sorry, execute this plan basically. So one of the person told that basically, let's basically they execute the plan basically. We are executing our plan, that is one of the state basically is going to end basically. Which state is basically that? Time will decide. Which state will be that basically? If they can give basically job to Pakistani group basically, but they are not giving job to Sunil R. Nair basically, who is basically the Indian citizen basically. So you can just imagine basically the Indian government basically have the enemy with Sunil R. Nair basically. That also basically one of the person told that basically. That means this group basically, that is this group basically, that is basically this India government basically, who are basically sitting at the parliament house still basically, they are basically telling that basically we will not give job to Sunil R. Nair, but we will give job to the Pakistani group basically. So one of the person told that basically. One of the person told that basically. Pakistani group basically, that means previously Pakistan was India's only basically. Then it told that yes basically. So Pakistan divided from India basically. Then it told that yes basically. But the people who actually divided, they basically died basically. That is Jawaharlal Nehru and Jinnah group basically, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. So this both basically died basically. But rules of universe basically, that is this rule basically, say that basically the history never ends basically. History never ends basically. So one of the person told that basically if history never ends, that means that Jawaharlal Nehru and the Muhammad Ali Jinnah group basically, this both group are basically there. They basically exist somewhere basically. They basically exist somewhere basically. And they are only basic, they are blood groups basically, and they don't know that they were basically Jawaharlal Nehru and they were basically Muhammad Ali Jinnah basically. And who is controlling that? That is America basically, who is basically earning 1,000 crore rupees for per human clone basically. And maintenance is basically other money basically. So to handle the human clone basically, so to handle this type of bodies basically. So just see basically up to what level the cost is basically. So one of the person told that they are basically it's India is basically and Pakistan basically, so these two group basically. Then he told that yes basically. So they basically have lots of money. Their blood group basically are used basically in India creation and Pakistan creation basically. So one of the person told that basically these groups are basically connected with here basically. That is this design basically. So in this one of the person told that basically few designs are so powerful that basically their medicine basically are given by the universe doctor basically. They don't basically take a single medicine basically, because they are up to that level powerful basically. They are up to that level powerful basically. They are basically up to what that level powerful. So one of the person told that here basically assume that 10 design basically has generated one planet basically. That means next generation is happened basically. So here next generation means what? This basically. The birth process basically, which is happening basically, that is next generation basically. That is next generation. So one of the person told that yeah, next generation is this. So here next generation is what basically? Here next generation is design converts into the planets basically. That is the next generation. That is the next generation. So one of the person told that this is the next generation basically. This is the next generation basically. So one of the person told that basically India basically has finished here next generation basically, and Indian government basically feel that basically Sunil R. Nair basically has done nothing basically. That means the government basically has planned basically long before basically that Sunil R. Nair basically is going to be fired from the software company. That is, America has fired long before basically. That America basically, who basically say that basically we secure our citizenships, and they only basically is doing the 100 plane crash basically in Himalaya and Mount Everest. So one of the person told that basically the American president is basically is doing this with the Indian government basically, merged with the Indian government basically. So these two group basically are doing the joint collaboration, and in this basically currently basically in this basically lots of mountains basically are there in France also basically. So that is this basically. So they are doing plane crash there also basically. So that is this person basically. And lots of people say that if he is doing the task of India, that means he is also Indian basically. He is also basically Indian. And if he is doing the task of India, that means he is also Indian. But in India basically, which caste basically, that basically we can't say, because it's very highly secured data basically. It's very highly secured data basically. Because if America will get the information that basically 100 plane crash basically is happening basically by the White House basically, that is the president, USA president is doing this basically with the help of the Indian president basically. With the help of the Indian Prime Minister basically, because president basically never involves in this. So with the help of the Indian Prime Minister basically, then basically USA public will basically fire the White House only basically. They will finish the USA president only basically. They will repeat the 10-10 fire. That is this basically. They will repeat this basically. If they will get this information basically. That is this person. This will repeat basically. He actually killed USA president basically.
John Wilkes Booth. John Wilkes Booth.
So here they will repeat this basically. If
John
public will
Wilkes
get the
Booth.
information basically of this. So we are basically starting this topic basically today is from on the name of John Wilkes Booth.
John Wilkes Booth.
So
John
next video
Wilkes
basically
Booth.
we are going to see a little bit more about this topic.